This week, we're going to be hosting 3 sessions, 2 hours in length, where we'll be focusing on our Gnma reporting and feedback system. Or actually, we're focusing on our monthly investor reporting processes and systems, meaning RFS. So I am here with our fantastic team from Virtual Development Corporation, the folks that you guys might talk to on occasion when you call our help desk line with help on your monthly reporting. And they're going to take you through an introductory level training on how to manage those processes and that system. So without further ado, Christy, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Letitia. Here, let me get my video turned on. Okay, well, welcome everyone to day 1 of our single family virtual training. My name is Christy Christensen. I have worked on this Gnma contract for a bit more than 2.5 years. I also worked in mortgage servicing for 18 years. Prior to becoming a Gnma issuer support analyst, I worked for a couple of different mortgage servicers in the Atlanta, Georgia area. I began servicing Gnma reverse pools in 2010 and Gnma forward pools in 2013. Steve, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Steve Audie, and I've been supporting Gnma for about 20 years in the MBS programs, as well as work with technology and the data disclosure aspect of disseminating the data post issuer reporting. So I'm glad you're here. This is a good training, all 3 days, and I will let Nancy Strickland introduce herself.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Nancy Strickland, and I've been in the mortgage servicing industry for about 35 years. I worked for a mortgage company for 15 years, and I started there in investor reporting. I actually started this job in 1999. Back when I was in investor reporting, we completed the 11-7-10As manually every month and packaged them up and sent them off to Gnma's contractor to be entered into the system. So a lot of stuff has changed since I started working with Gnma. And just as an FYI, the first pool that we ever serviced, the pool number was 9IR. So that was a long, long time ago. Okay, back to Steve.
Thanks, Nancy. All right, there are our presenters. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the interaction instructions that you're going to see during this training. This will be today's training, Wednesday morning's training, and Friday morning's training. At the top of your Adobe Connect, you will see the interaction features at the top for annotations. And this will be where at different times during the training, you'll be asked to make an annotation, either raise your hand, make a mark on the actual slide that's being presented with a check mark, a sticker, an X, anything like that. All right, and the annotation bar you see is on the left-hand side. This will come and go depending on the slides. You'll see it on slides that have annotations and where you'll be asked to make an annotation. In addition, there is a chat box at the lower right-hand corner of your screen. This allows you to send a message to everyone or a specific person within this training session. And so that chat box will allow you to communicate. This is helpful, especially if you're having any audio issues. You can send a note to everyone or one of the hosts to say that you're having any technical issues. Okay. Interaction instructions. This is a little more deep dive into the different audio annotations. You can see the checkbox, or the check mark, the star, the cross. You can get really creative. Some of these have colors, so you can change the colors. And there is a text box feature, so you can actually type on the screen. All right, and there's, on the right-hand side, are the actions that I mentioned: raising your hand, agree, disagree. You can get creative with a laugh, that type of thing. Okay, so I think I will turn this over to Christy.
Thank you, Steve. So there were homework questions provided to you prior to training, which we will be asking for responses throughout this week's training. So we're actually going to get to use a few of the things Steve just talked about. Would you please raise your hand if you are new to the Gnma program? Oh, thank you. Oh, gosh. Oh, we've got a whole lot of folks that are new. Thank you so much for participating. Colin, could you please clear the hands? Now, could you raise your hand if you have experience with Gnma reporting? Okay. Nice. So we've got a pretty good number of both today. So that's good. And Colin, if you could please clear the hands. As your first homework question, would you please use the chat box and share the number of pools that you have issued and are service? Okay. Ryan, we've got 6,000. I saw an 8,000, 2,000, 300. Then we've got quite a few people that don't have any pools yet, so that's good. There's another 6,000 number. Oh, 45,000. Well, okay. Wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for those answers. Now, would you raise your hand if you use a subservicer? And if you would like to share who you use as a subservicer, you could put that in the chat box, please. Okay, seeing a few people. Thank you, Tracy, for Sunlar. There's a couple of Service Max, Alone Care. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Now in the chat box, would you let me know if you use an in-house system or a service bureau? So that would be like which servicing system you use. Okay, I see a Black Knight, more Black Knight, an MSP, an FIS, an FICS, Sagent. Okay, servicing director, Black Knight, MSP. So MSP would be Black Knight, servicing director. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, everyone, so much for participating. So this is a basic course This basic course is intended to train new Gnma issuers on monthly investor reporting, including the Gnma Reporting and Feedback System, which is called RFS, along with additional important topics. This course focuses on monthly investor reporting requirements from a reporting and business perspective. Future training session will provide more detailed reporting requirements. Today, we will be focusing on these 4 bolded modules on the slide. In this module, we will explain the purpose of investor reporting training, list issuers' primary responsibilities, describe the characteristics of subservicing partnerships, and discuss consequences of noncompliance. A few hot topics that we will be discussing during the training is Gnma reporting requirements, forbearance reporting. Please raise your hand if you have any loans that you are reporting forbearance data on. We will also look at changes to loan terms, RFS enhancements, and cash management. Okay. Thank you so much, Colin. If you could please clear the hands. Issuers' primary responsibilities are having employees with Gnma requirements knowledge, a QC mortgage plan, ability to service Gnma pools within the Gnma guidelines and guarantee agreement, also maintain proper P&I and escrow accounts, ensure sufficient funds are available for ACH P&I drafts, and meet all reporting deadlines. If you use a subservicer, ensure they are compliant with all guidelines and reporting requirements. So what should a subservicing partnership be? It should be proactive on the issuer's part, ongoing, customized to your organization's needs, include all issuer responsibilities, and have an issuer oversight team of the subservicer's monthly performance. As a very important note, as a Gnma issuer, you are accountable for the subservicer's actions and reportings. As your second homework question, do I have a volunteer for an issuer to explain how they work with their subservicer? If so, please unmute yourself and share. Okay, do I have any takers? We will now move on with reference documentation. In this module, we will list the available resources and reference documentation for issuers, discuss useful job resources for job tasks, and explain Gnma terms. The Gnma hotline phone number is 1-833-Gnma-HELP. Why, yes, Gnma-HELP is one more digit than 466-2435. Therefore, the last digit is dropped. And option 1 is for GNINet hotline with an additional 6 options. And option 2 is for RFS, which is for investor reporting with an additional 5 options. I will now turn it over to Steve.
Thanks, Christy. Now we're going to talk a little bit about information that you can find on the Gnma website. So www.gnma.gov is the official Gnma website. There may be industry sites or other information that you've heard about information for Gnma, but gnma.gov is the official site, so you should always get your information from gnma.gov. And let's go into some of the information that you'll see. On the site itself, I mentioned the URL, the website for that. It's the official website. Within Gnma, you'll notice at the top of each of the pages, there's issuers, investors, disclosure, newsroom, and about us. So I will talk now about the issuer resources. The issuer resources is where you will find so much information, including the MBS guide, all participant memorandum, which are APMs, we refer to as APMs, which provide new information about Gnma programs. The issuer calendar, which allows you to find out when reporting deadlines are occurring, access to the Gnma Enterprise Portal, access to GNInet, and news and notes, which are periodic pieces of information that Gnma provides to issuers about reporting instructions. The Gnma MBS guide is a set of 35 chapters with information about Gnma 1 and Gnma 2 programs. This includes single family as well as multifamily, as well as HMBS, reverse mortgage information. And this is the source for the rules that you will follow in terms of monthly reporting. The Gnma guide is the main source, so you should be very familiar with it from chapter 1 all the way through to chapter 35. The Gnma Investor Reporting Manual is a supplement to the Gnma guide and to any of the APMs that come out. This provides examples and samples of reporting conditions and instructions, and it's a reference to supplement the Gnma guide. Okay. Additionally, more reference documents that you'll find are the guide appendices. What we'll talk about a lot in this training is Appendix VI-19, which is for monthly reporting of pool and loan data. We'll cover Appendix VI-19 in detail in Wednesday's meeting, Wednesday's training, and but you should have a either soft copy, hard copy, or both of Appendix VI-19 to use for your reference. Okay. The news and notes and the APMs, as I mentioned, are the news and notes are periodic. The APMs are when there's new information to come out about Gnma programs. There also is a pretty robust frequently asked questions on the website. It's a searchable feature, so you can put a keyword in or select from a drop-down for different reporting conditions within Gnma. You'll see the reference there, gnma.gov/pages /faq.aspx. All right, that's it for reference documents. What we'll talk about now are some key terms that you should know in this overview of investor training. The FIC is the combination of the principal and interest. It's the fixed installment control. A loan package is a pool, and that pool is within a multiple issuer pool. So multiple issuers in Gnma's program can report on a loan package in a multiple issuer pool. The pool is the collateral of loans. This is separate from the security itself. The security is the pass-through amount for the pools that are supporting that security. So the pool and the security are separate entities, and they're related. So make sure that when you're talking about a pool, you're talking about the underlying collateral, and the security is the pass-through for the investor. The reporting and feedback system is your post-settlement reporting. The RFS is not the, if you think of it, the Gnma pooling and RFS reporting are the two pieces for Gnma's program for MBS. Okay. Lastly, the weighted average interest rate. This is the calculation used to report the pool interest rate for the Gnma 2 and manufactured housing within Gnma's program. All right, so those are some of the main terms, and now I will turn it over to Christy.
Thank you, Steve. The next section is Rfs Reporting Timelines. In this module, we will cover RFS monthly reporting deadlines for pools and loans, describe the sequence of actions within the timeline, including deadlines of reporting pool and loan data, and discuss when critical exceptions must be cleared. For each pool and loan package, issuers must submit 100% of their monthly pool and loan data by close of business, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the second business day. Here we have a snapshot of important dates, which will be explained in more detail on the next slide. A quick story. A few months ago, we had an issuer who failed to report 100% of their pool and loan data. Therefore, they were missing a pool and a loan. They were reported to Gnma as missing the 7 p.m. Eastern Time second business day deadline, which may result in a monetary penalty from Gnma. This is a snippet of the full monthly RFS timeline. RFS opens on the 25th of the month for reporting. On the morning of the first calendar day, RFS opens for file submissions. Even if the first calendar day is on a weekend or a holiday, we work to open RFS. After the issuer's files are processed, RFS feedback is posted in e-notification. The initial pre-collection notice is available on the third business day, which is based on the second business day RFS Pool Record Security RPB. The final pre-collection notice is available on the sixth business day, which is based on the fourth business day final RFS Pool Record Security RPB. The monthly reporting certification opens beginning on the 10th business day, with the deadline being 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the 14th business day. Gnma 1 guarantee fees are drafted from your designated bank account on the 10th calendar day. Gnma 2 guarantee fees are drafted from your designated bank account on the 19th calendar day. However, depending on when the 19th calendar day falls, the draft may occur between the 18th and the 20th calendar days. Please see Chapter 6 of the MBS Guide if the calendar days are not business days. Gnma 1 remittance is drafted on the 15th calendar day, and Gnma 2 P&I remittance is drafted on the 19th and/or the 20th calendar day. Please see Chapter 15 of the MBS Guide if the calendar days are not business days. On the 25th calendar day, RFS closes for the current month reporting and opens for the next month's reporting cycle. This slide and the next 2 slides is a complete monthly investor reporting workflow. We have received feedback where issuers use this document every month to check off completed activities. This begins on the 25th calendar day when RFS opens and continues through the 4th business day. Would you please raise your hand if you would use this document to ensure you are meeting deadlines? Also, I believe this document was provided to you prior to training as a PDF for your reference. Wonderful. Looks like we have a whole list of people here that have raised their hands. That is wonderful. Colin, could you please clear the hands? And here, this shows the 5th business day through the 20th calendar day. And this shows the various suspense, the 25th calendar day where RFS closes, and a few monthly, quarterly, and annual items which we will be reviewing throughout this training. Colin, could you please post our first polling question? Okay, so now if everyone could vote. So our question is, what is the deadline for reporting 100% of the pool and loan data? Okay, we'll give it another minute so everyone has time to vote. Okay, I will go ahead and end the poll. So it does look like about 70% got the answer correct. The correct answer is 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the 2nd business day is the deadline for reporting 100% of your pool and loan data. And Colin, if you would clear the poll, please. We will now take a 10-minute break, then reconvene to continue training, which Nancy will be presenting. Ryan, would you please start our 10-minute timer, and we will return at 10:41. Thank you. Are we ready to get started with e-notification?
All right, let me see if I can work my camera. Welcome back, everyone. I was looking at the list of attendees, and there's so many familiar names. And I know y'all are not shy people, because when you're on the phone and you call us, you definitely ask your questions. So if you could participate in this, we would love it. The more people that participate, it helps the other newer issuers. They may not know they really have a question when they do. So anyway, so in this portion of the training, we're going to discuss e-notification, especially the importance of reviewing the posted information and how the data flows through e-notification. Our objectives are for you to be able to identify critical job alerts, what posted information is critical, and how to resolve or address e-notifications. Okay, so e-notification is a communication channel between Gnma and issuers and document custodians. This is an online function accessible from the Gnma Enterprise Portal, GMAP. E-notification supports investor reporting and other areas by providing feedback capability from reported data, notices, and/or reports and documents. A few of the notices and their purposes are shown below. If you have not reviewed e-notification, please raise your hand. All right, I'm scrolling. Oh, I saw a hand. So that looks like most of the people today have reviewed e-notification. So that is great. Can you clear the hands, please? If we look at the list of items that are posted in e-notification, we have the functional acknowledgements and exception feedback for when your pool and loan data is reported. We have the pre-collection notices, which is very important. We're going to discuss some of that information later on. Daily and monthly unique loan IDs. A lot of issuers will call us and say they don't have their unique loan IDs, and they are posted in e-notification once the pool has been accepted. New pools data quality. This is for new pools posted each month, where we have some questions on the data that you actually reported. Matching and suspense. There's quite a few different e-notifications for matching and suspense, which we have originations, age matching, terminated loans, and that is part of monitoring. And there's a group in monitoring that reviews all of matching and suspense. We also have a various suspense notice, and we post the results there. So at the very, very bottom, we have some other items posted as letter of credits, notices from Gnma, announcing APMs, RFS enhancements, and the MWX, which is the issuer detail report. That report is posted one time a year at your fiscal year end. A lot of your internal auditors will ask for this report, so please make sure that you pull it each year. All issuer outreach calls, modernization, updates, events, outages are posted in e-notification. If you've been around prior to 2009, you may remember receiving notices from Bank of New York and Gnma through fax, the fax machine, and through the mail. We no longer do that since we're using e-notification, and it's a much better method of communication. It consolidated the various methods of receiving information into one source. So everyone has access to that source, as long as your company gives that to you. Some of the notices may be required, again, for your internal audit or by the field review agent or even Gnma. We suggest that you add reviewing e-notification daily to someone's job description, or even, if they look at it daily, and then if they open up the postings, maybe they move it into a folder on their system so you do not miss any of the notifications. So again, we said notices may be posted daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly, depending on what the notice is. Notices are either formatted in RAW or the other data that you can read. The most current information is available in eNote. So what we're saying on that is pre-collection notices are posted twice a month. On the third business day, using the second business day data for RPBs, and it's posted on the sixth business day from the RPBs posted on the fourth business day. So if you did not pull the pre-collection notice on the third business day, what is posted on the sixth business day is going to overlay it. And you as an issuer cannot get back to what was posted on the third day. So that's why it's very, very important for you to go ahead and pull the notices as they're posted. if you actually need a posting, you can contact issuer support and we'll be able to assist you with pulling that e-notification. You just will need to tell us the date it was posted and the name of the posting. For PA exception feedback and PA functional acknowledgement, every time a pool loan record is submitted through RFS, or if you submit through SFTP, that's a software program with Bank of New York, you will get a functional acknowledgement stating whether the record was accepted or rejected. We ask that you definitely open the functional acknowledgement and look to see if you have an A for accepted or an R for rejected. And once that, if it has accepted, you should receive a PA exception feedback notice as long as 90% of your data is reported. So for e-notification, which is a separate module in RFS, you would put your cursor in RFS and look down to e-notification, and you would click the link into e-notification. Can you raise your hand if you have access to e-notification? Oh, look at there. Excellent. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. So within e-notification, we also have what we call a passive email. This means that if you enter your email address, that every time something is posted in eNote, you will get a notice through your email. Now, only one person's name can be in this box. So I have my name in this box, and Christy doesn't like my name in this box. So she comes in and overrides it and puts her name in. Anyone is able to do that within your company. So the suggestion is maybe have a generic email address that several people receive the notices, and use that address to make sure that no one overrides it. Again, I would say every couple of months, make sure that the email address has not been changed. Okay, so this is a screen print of e-notification. In the chat box, can you tell me why some of the notices are red and some are black? Look at there. Y'all know this stuff. Why are y'all even at training? Okay, great. I'm glad so many people actually understand this. This is wonderful. Again, we talked earlier about the pre-K. And if you give me a second, I got to make my screen a little bit bigger. So on the, I can't see it. I am so sorry. Hold on. So what we see is every single day, commitment authority is posted to the issuer, and it is overridden every single day. So if you need commitment authority on any one specific day, like the first business day of the month, please make sure you pull it. If y'all have issued pools or even committed to more commitment authority, that amount will change. Okay, so at the very bottom, we have a PA functional acknowledgement. We actually have two of those that were red and black. So we either had one file accept or reject, and one file that probably rejected, or we had two files just submitted. So once those files have loaded, then we're going to get the PA exception feedback. Once again, as y'all know, once you have the first person that opens an e-notification is going to, the name is going to be read by that person. So 10 people in your company can open the notification, but again, only the first person will show that. So when you select an e-notification and you click to open the link, you're going to get, so you would click the PA functional acknowledgement, you're going to get a box to pop up, and it actually has the link to the data that you want. You will right click and open the link. You can open it in a new tab, new window, however you would like to open it. For this e-notification, this was the functional acknowledgement, and the accept flag is showing in column H. So we know that was accepted, and that's probably, after that's accepted, you would get the exception feedback. If you receive a reject flag, what would you do? Please provide your answer in the chat box. That's a good answer, Lena. Not sure? Okay, so that means that's something we need to go over. Review and update. Thanks, Karen. Cheryl, review and correct. Those are really good answers. Research why. I'm sure a lot of the issuers that upload their own file, they're just given a file and they upload it. If you do not know why a file rejects, I think we're going to go over that in day 2 or 3. We're going to actually show you an additional method of determining why the file rejected. But also in Appendix 6-19, there are the layouts for every single file. So for a file, you have a header record, you have a pull record, a long record, and if something, if the record's too long, too short, it will reject, and RFS will give you an additional message on that. Can you clear the chat box, please? You're going to follow the same process for the functional acknowledgement, or the exception feedback, I'm sorry. You would click on what you need, you would open it in a new tab, and you can, since this is going to open as a CSV, I lost, hold on y'all, I lost my arrows. Thank you, there they went. So I'm so sorry. This is exception feedback when it's been downloaded. As you can see across the top in row 1, has the pool number. The next one would be the unique loan ID, your issuer loan ID, the severity, the exception code, and the field that exception code pertains to. So this is a CSV file. Our suggestion is to always save these files into an Excel format where you can sort the data as needed. We've had a lot of issuers tell us they sort the data by the severity level, and they take that data every month and then they switch it around. So one group that had the E level severities this month, next month they'll have a critical error. So their team of people have access to working on every single type of error there is out there. So this is your pre-collection notice. This is a very important document because it pertains to all the money that you're going to remit out from your company. So again, it's posted on the 3rd business day and the 6th business day. Does anyone know other reasons that this document is important? Okay, P&I recons, you definitely have to use it for that. You can use it for pool outages. Verify funds are available for the draft. That's excellent. Account balancing. Yes, if you have to transfer your fund into the account, that's great. Can you please clear the chat box? And that's correct. The document provides the ACH bank account information, the actual account number, the guarantee fee draft amount, the P&I remittance. It also provides the actual date the ACH will occur. So your documents should always be used to reconcile your internal records reported in RFS. So we have a few polling questions. All right, we have quite a few answers. So what is the deadline to report 100% of the pool and loan data? And A was correct. 81% got it correct, 60 people, 7 p.m. on the 2nd business day. And that was the 2nd time we asked that same question. It's very, very important. That's probably one of our most critical deadlines with reporting pool and loan data. Question 13 is, what is the deadline to clear critical alerts? So we had 21% pick A, 19 pick B, and 53 pick C. The correct answer would be C, 7 p.m. on the 4th business day. And number 14, true or false. Can we see? I'm sorry, Christy, can you take over?
Absolutely, I would be happy to, Nancy. On my webcam. There it is. Okay, so for our question 1.4, true or false, operations can confirm if you have read your e-notifications? Yes, that is actually true. So that would go back to what Nancy had asked about what color the lines are, if they are the color red or the color black. So that tells you, so that is the same thing that we as operations can see, is the same thing that you can see. So if John opened a message, today, it would have today's date at 11:04 a.m. And that John would have been the one that had opened that. So wonderful. Thank you, Colin. Could you please clear the polling questions? Thank you so much. So now we will move into our group activity, which we are really hoping that we have lots of participation. So we are going to analyze a notification screen, which is all of the fabulous information that Nancy just gave us. So we will be discussing this entire list of options here that we have in number 2. So our first one here is unique loan IDs. So do we have someone that would like to unmute and share what they do whenever they open and download and save their unique loan IDs? I think to unmute your mic, you may have to go up to the microphone at the top and do the little drop down. And you may even have to select a microphone.
Yeah, I'll help out with this, Christy, just because I didn't get to do it at the beginning. So just click on the microphone icon to activate your mic. and then click it again if you want to mute. But say if you have multiple inputs, like a headset, or you want to go through your computer, that's when you would navigate the drop-down icon, go to select microphone, and then you should see all of your different options. But again, just a simple click on the microphone icon to activate it, and then click it again to mute it.
Thank you, Ryan. Okay, it looks like I've got a couple of folks typing. Oh, Karen says her microphone is not working. Okay. Well, also you could provide your answer in the chat box if you would like. So Karen says we use the unique loan IDs for the new pulls and you save them in a new pull folder. Okay, wonderful. Colleen says I download the numbers into Excel, then upload them into your LOS as an issuer. Wonderful. I believe you mean LOS as your loan origination system. So that is good. With that file being the daily unique loan ID raw, it actually opens as a text file. So I believe that is why some people convert that over to Excel or export it to Excel. So that is wonderful. Oh, hey, Ryan. You download and save the records and you convert to Excel to format and submit to MSP. So that would be your Black Knight servicing system to add to the loans. Fabulous. Okay. Then download and convert to Excel and match the new pulls to create the new pulls in your system. That is wonderful. Great answer. And I believe I don't want to mispronounce your name. Is it Jolene? Thank you. Sarah, download, save, copy to Excel. Fabulous. Use them to request from client the pulls that need to be set up and use the Gnma loan ID to transfer the loans into the pull. Fabulous page. Thank you. Download, convert to Excel for your Gnma loan servicing director. Perfect. Download, save in a folder, turn into Excel. All right. Well, so it looks like everybody's pretty much got a great process. Use them to download the PDFs from the daily transfer sheets, formatted as well. Wonderful. Okay. We will move on down to pre-collection. So here in our list, the pre-collection is 1, 2, 3, 4, is the 5th and the 6th one down. So the 5th one is actually black and the 6th one is red. So does everyone remember what those mean? What the different colors are? The color red means that someone has read it. No, so the color red are red versus black. Right, so the red ones are actually unread and the black ones have been read or opened by someone at your institution. That is correct. So also you've got your pre-collection notice, just like Nancy described, that the top one that is in black is marked as formatted. So that one is going to open as a PDF. And the 6th one down, that is the color red, that one that has not been opened is actually in raw format. So that one would be opened as a text file. And then, of course, you could convert that over to Excel, just like you do your daily unique loan IDs. So then your PA exception feedback is one of the items that you can, it looks like it's the fourth from the bottom. So that one, you can actually get from your e-notification or from your downloads, which we will be going over in Wednesday's training for that. And then you've got your functional acknowledgements, which tells you, just like Nancy explained, if your files have been accepted or rejected. And then also our issuer detail report and custodial account verification and the matching and suspense. We will be going over all of those later on Wednesday and Friday's training. So does anyone have any questions about our e-notification? And I'm very happy to hear that so many people are checking their e-notifications and downloading the information that's out there. Personally, whenever I worked for an issuer, I had that on a daily checklist, and whatever was out there, I would open it and download it and save it, so then I would always have it. And then if not, I'd have to call Nancy to request it if I missed one. Okay, it looks like we've got a couple people typing. And you are welcome to unmute your microphone if your microphone is working and ask a question if you would like. Okay, yeah. If we sign up for passive emails, can we see the e-notifications on RFS? Yes, the passive email is just where you would get an email to let you know that something has been posted in e-notification. So you would still have to log in to MGM and go to Gnma RFS to actually log in and read what is out there and download whatever files or information that may be part of the e-notification. You're welcome, Liana. And Mary, another question. We will get a copy of the slides. Letitia, that would probably be you'd probably be the best person to answer that.
Slides are already posted on the Gnma website. I will drop a link in the chat here in just a moment.
Thank you so very much. Okay. All right, well, we are now getting actually towards the very end of our presentation for today. So if anyone has any questions about anything that we've went over today, you are welcome to unmute yourself or type the question in the chat box, and we will be happy to answer your question. We have also provided our email addresses at the bottom of the slide. Thank you, Letitia, for providing that link. And okay, well, if we don't have any questions, thank you for your attendance and attention today. We hope you will join us Wednesday for our next session, where we will cover RFS monthly report of pool and loan data, RFS exception feedback, and the overview of reporting workflow. I will now turn it over to Letitia.